rushing. And if he cannot catch it, best believe he'll pass reflected. We rockin' blue and orange, so y'all clearly get the message. The Raider, Lions, Vikings, Texas, we gon' send them steppin'. Bo Nix, to call it something. Y'all know it's gonna be sick. Year 2 for our QB, unlike the rest of the league, he ain't throwing picks. Mims Jr., Troy Franklin, touchdown, got the stadium shaking. D. Mathis, D. Jones, locking down, got the offense aching. Broncos, country, get up and jump. It's our time to shine and turn you up. Broncos, country, get up and stand. If you ain't rapping Broncos country, we can't call you friend. High five, we lit, no doubt. Orange and blue, that's what we bout. 9 NC titles, we break that mold. 7 Super Bowl trips, yeah, that's bold. 3 rings deep, yeah, we know that pain. 97, 98, 2015 rain. Legends ride from Elway to Vaughn. Broncos build that legacy strong. Over 500 wins, we grind. Top 10 in all-time franchise strides. Payne came through and he broke the code. 55 touchdowns.
What's up? Happy Friday, man. Mall high salute to the riders. What's up with y'all, man? I just got off of work, man. Feeling good. It was a good work day. We got football in the air, man. Hey. Yeah. I'm going to put the link in the description, man. If y'all trying to talk some... Oh, shit. What happened right there, bro? Hell no. Mall high salute, man. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
Country, we can't call you friends.
Yeah, it was a good-ass work day, man. It was a long work week, though. But we are done. We are on to the weekend, bro. And there's a lot of shit coming out of Broncos training camp. All my riders, man. Let me put this in the lane, man. I'm hopefully getting my homie No Name, bro. I know that fool's been ghost, but or my homie D-Dub, bro. We want to bring these Broncos shows back. It's football season's in full effect. It's been a lot of fucking good news out of the training camp. Everybody's in the swing of things, though.
Man, fanatic.
All high salute. I'm toasting coffee. Got off of work, relaxing.
First off, I'll admit,
what you guys up to this Friday, man? What's everybody up to? Y'all doing good? Your favorite football team got training camp. We got football this week. Lions and Chargers.
Cause I ain't there to be quiet. My fantasy team is all Broncos. I'm always riding with my squad. When it comes to fandom, I'm Bruce Willis. Yeah, homie, I'm a diehard. I'm obsessed. I own it.
Yeah, my homie, a couple of my homies that pull up from Broncos country. My homie D-Dub. Hey, D-Dub, if you out there, bro, I gotta chop it up with you anyways, homie. There's the link if you want to come up and say what's up.
Do I really think that it's the year of the horse? Of course. No question.
Get these non-believers. Don't mess with fair. Cause I don't want them around me neither.
Look, if this album ain't for you, then just don't let it play. This for the fans that always think we going.
Hey, the big question, bro. I don't know if it's too early to say this, but are they too far-fetched to say Super Bowl aspirations?
My music isn't for the fan that's always.
Are they crazy to say this? Because I'm hearing this out of the Broncos training camp that the players got a mindset to win a championship. What up, Big Shy? What's cracking with you, brother? Yes, sir. That's what they're saying. We're gonna chop it up, man. We're gonna talk about this real quick. In a good week, because we got football back. I mean, like, we got a game in a week and a half, man. 2 weeks from now, we got preseason Bronco game. We get football this week. Lions and Chargers, Hall of Fame game. Forget the non-believers. They're with us. Around me neither. Let's go. Blue and orange, man. United and orange. We turning up, bro, for the football season. Hope everybody's having a good Friday, man. All the way. What? All right, we're going to chop it up, man. We're going to chop it up. And I got to say a couple of different things. Can I pull up? Yeah, you always can pull up. Only there's the link. Pull up. Come pull up. Come say what's up, man. All high salute to all my Broncos family, Broncos country. Because we know, like, everybody just, you know what I'm saying? What up, Pistol 213? What's up, my brother? What you doing, bro? So check this out, man. Yeah, you could pull up. Even the Raider homies could pull up. Tell me what's on their mind about that. But check it out, man. we have football in full effect, training camp, homie, and there's been an energy, and not just because it's football back, but the Broncos right now are building a all around next level training facility around Broncos country, the training camp. They got a lot of stuff going on over there. It's going to be one of the best training facilities for an NFL team. Put that on top of the best trainers out there, conditioning coaches, bro. We are going into this football season locked and loaded, healthy all the way across the board, bro. And it's a beautiful thing when you have, you know, higher ups pushing the agenda, because we are trying to get back to this playoff aspirations, championships, and what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with it, Shy? How you doing today, bro? Look at you. I have a beard over there. What up, Elsewhere? What up, Pistol 213? Damn, bro, are you growing out your beard so the Broncos get into the playoffs, bro?
Hey, this is about to do it.
Wait, what's up? Hold on. You don't have your Bronco hat on, homie? You don't have your Bronco hat on? Where's your Bronco hat, man? Put a Bronco hat on. Let's represent today, man. It's Orange Friday. It's Orange Friday, and we're gonna take it to another level. So
let's go. Boom,
yeah, Knicks for 6.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it. I say, I'm so tired of the nonsense. I'm so tired.
Yeah, bro, see, that's what I'm saying. Wi-Fi. You might as well just adopt the Broncos, man, as the family, bro. You know what I'm saying? NFC West, AFC West. You know, like I tell the homie Jay Mill all the time. If you a Raider hater, bro, you a friend of mine. What enemy to my enemies is actually family, bro. So you know what I'm saying? You know, both of the fan bases don't rock with the Raiders. We Raider haters, fully active. So check this out, Shy. I'm gonna say one thing. I got on TikTok and I just made a video because some dude put some crazy stuff in my comment section. I just said, bro, when you're born bred Broncos country and that's what you do, and you're born around this football atmosphere, AFC West, you're born a Raider hater. That's what when you sign up for the application and what's the responsibility of the job, it's actually the purpose to be a Raider hater. That's what we do. There's no aspect of going back on that, bro. Like, you know, when you fill out an application for a job, Shy, there's actually you have the job duties and the requirements. Well, being a Bronco fan and Broncos country, we our biggest responsibility is to Raider hate. That comes the aspect of the second thing. Raider hate. 100 official Raider haters, bro. You know what I'm saying? They say the Raider Nation, we are that Raider hater nation, bro. Like, that's what we do. And I want to have it any way else. So they made a video, as Savage said, and they were just talking about the purpose. Now, my thing is, bro, since I've been, you know, a little kid, little youngster, bro, you know what you get with Savage Sev. You always gonna have the Savage Sev hate on the Raiders. That's what we do. That's what we do. I mean, try growing up with Raider fans. Oh, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I got some Raider people I know personally, and I've been slapping them for a lifetime. That's just what we do. So, you know, it's my duty. You can't take it personal, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we do. So let's go to the first topic. Let's go to the first topic at hand, and I'm gonna let you speak, Shy. How you feeling going into the football season? Like, don't even talk about anything else, like how it is football related right now. But how do you feel different than the last 4 or 5 years as a Bronco fan going into this season? How do you feel right now?
Well, I feel great. I feel like I'm in in spirit this year coming to you, and I feel like this year is gonna be a different year because we didn't have no we last year the problem we was dealing with is that we didn't have no punter, we didn't have no tight end, we didn't have no running game. But now, what I heard today, the punter we just got in the draft, he did a between a 70 yard. He was in the red zone, and I heard he did a 70 yard punt in the 10 yard line.
Damn, so he's booming punts. That's what you're saying. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying. He's booming punts. That's what we're doing. He's gonna punch it back to the 2 yard line in games. So I'm at my work and stuff, and I'm listening to podcasts, and I'm gonna tell you the whole vibe of just going into this training camp. Do you understand that we haven't had this, like, players that haven't got paid with their contracts? They showed up to training camp. There's no holdouts, bro. Meaning every player, even if they feel like they're owed money, they're fighting for something bigger with Broncos country. You have all these teams like the Bengals, different teams, bro. A lot of them players are holding out. And you know what that does? It puts a distraction on the team. And this is how we know this team really believes they're fighting for something bigger than they sell, because you got all the players, even the ones that feel like they're owed money, you got all the players at training camp. Their mindset right now is to really build a competitive team to get back to real Broncos football. And it can't be stopped, because when you listen to everything that's coming out of Broncos country, everything, I'm talking about everything, there's no bad juju around this team. You got players that are just praising the culture switch. You got players that are praising the fans with open arms from other teams. You got players that came from Super Bowl caliber teams come to Broncos country, and they're like, this really feels like something. We're building something amazing. And we haven't heard that talk since Peyton Manning. We have a healthy roster coming into this, no real injuries, and it just feels so good to be a Bronco fan going into the season, because we know as Bronco fans, it's been a hard road. And I can honestly say every season going up to this season, I look back at it and I just look at all the stuff that was like the more deeper picture to football is like, bro, there's a roadblock. There's a roadblock in our way. And right now, I can honestly say, and this goes to everybody, there's not a roadblock right now. We're on cloud nine, because we're fully loaded all the way across the board, from defense all the way to the offense side of the ball, and we have multiple contributors. You don't got to have a star, even with the wide receiver. You just got to have players that are going to contribute to games. That's Shy, my dog. Yeah, that's Big Shy, man. Shy, introduce yourself to the community, man. Tell them fools, bro. How long you been a Bronco fan, bro? Broncos country in the house, man. Mall high salute to everybody.
Man, let me see. I've been
Come on, Shy. I knew you since you was a kid, man. Shy. One thing about my boy Shy. Is that regardless, homie, Shy might say the craziest things, but Shy, like, since he was a kid, he had the passion. Show me your tattoo. You got a Bronco tattoo, Shy? You got the Bronco tattoo, don't you? Shy's Bronco tattoo down, bro. He ain't playing with you. He's branded, big homies. I'm ready.
So I'm gonna give you a bit of stuff.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing we got. We have to eliminate, Big Shy. They said that you be saying it's over before it's over, Big Shy. We have what's the mindset on that, Shy, man? We're doing an interview right now, bro. How did you become a Bronco fan, bro? What was that step, bro? Come on, Shy, tell us about it. Let us know, man.
So when I was little, my all my family been Broncos fans since when I was a baby. So one time I also been a Broncos fan since I was little. So one time I went to my uncle's house. We had a big huge party. We was watching the Broncos game. I think I could remember if he had either Jake Plummer at that time or Jake Cutler. Basically, I've been a Broncos fan since '03. I remember we was going to playoffs after playoffs. I remember beating the Chiefs twice. I remember beating. I remember every year since Peyton Manning left. I had so much hatred on me. People's talking crap about me. I like, okay, I could be it to me. Let me I could feel it because all you do, I said we didn't have a quarterback almost
So
10,
are you sa- are do you fully believe in Bo Nix? Or is that what you're saying? You fully believe in the quarterback aspect of the team. You fully believe in Bo Nix?
yeah, I believe, I, I believe Bonix could do it because he was with Drew Brees for 4 or 5 days, training with him.
Oh, that's an interesting thing, bro. So if you guys don't know, Bo Nix been chilling with legendary players and just kind of soaking up game. And he took it upon himself to get with Drew Brees. And it was an aspect, bro, where Bo Nix learned a lot in that meeting. And right now, this is an incredible thing that we hear, as Bronco fans, is that Bo Nix, dude, this dude, he had mentioned it. He's in these practices, and one thing I'll say is, like, last year he was trying to figure this out, and this year he's not figuring out anything. He's just on his game. He's been getting out the ball quick, and that's impressive because the sophomore slump narrative that people have been saying, there's no sign of that. And usually when a sophomore slump comes is when you have a lot of different things on the team not going in the direction that you're supposed to have it. So sophomore slumps come when you start losing players and you just kind of, it's not the same feel going into a training camp. This training camp, the foundation is all the way set, and they got way more stronger. And they're saying Bo Nix just looks, right now at the moment, he just looks so comfortable, like he's been doing it in college for a long time. And as a Bronco fan, that's the leader aspect that you need, homie, to take it to the next step. You know, I get excited when I hear stuff like that because, it just shows what steps he's took. And I don't even think, honestly, since the last season, I think he's actually just worked his ass off and learned everything about what's going on with this football team to come into the second year and take us to the next level,
I believe, I think, like, but Bo Nix came from look at what he did in Oregon. Look at what he did when they play CU. He Molly whopped CU with his running, with his passing, and I'm gonna tell you, like, you know what? I'm just gonna tell you, all these haters, just like the Raiders, just like Kansas City, just like the Chargers. I don't care about the Chargers because they don't have no rings. Until they do something, until they get an active team, they don't feel me this year. I don't believe about Justin Herbert. I don't believe about their coaching system. I don't care because you know what? We got the best linebacker coming. We got Tyler Hafanga just came from the 49ers. Now you just added Drake Greenlaw, the best linebacker. If he stays healthy, he's the best linebacker of all time. That was a main part we were slugging about the linebacker course. Now we got Hafanga in the mix. Now we added
and see the moves that you're talking about. So that if you look at it in the categories, the Broncos ranked third in a lot of categories across the board on that defense side of the ball. And I would say, honestly, in my opinion, they were a top 5 defense, and you souped up the main position groups that the Broncos were lacking at. So anything that was the downfall of the defense, you souped it up with bringing over the additions on that defense side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? And if they stay healthy, how can you, like, when you go into the game plan against the Bronx, how are you going to actually be able to extend change on this defense that smothers. Because, you know, we all say this, and this is the truth when it comes to football. You win in the trenches, bro. You win in the trenches. The trenches is where you win. You understand? Like, this is honest truth. The trenches is where you win. Good football teams have a solid offensive line, and good football teams have a solid defensive line. And the Broncos got one of the better offensive lines in the game and one of the better defensive lines in the game. So this whole narrative of Bo Nix having a sophomore slump, how can you look at that aspect, bro? And Bo Nix didn't take sacks, right? Bo Nix didn't take sacks that much last year, right? You have the best offensive line protecting Bo Nix in a system he's so comfortable with. You have a run game and you have a third down comfort blanket with Ingram, which, by the way, they're saying looks awesome. There's no way you can stop that. And you're going to have to go against the defense that literally just eliminates any firepower a team's thrown at them, the best defense in the league. They're going to give the ball back to Bo Nix multiple times a game. Interceptions, 3 and outs. You give the ball back to a comfortable Bo Nix behind one of the best offensive lines in the league. And you don't think the Broncos are going to just slap fools up on a regular? I don't even see us losing our first game, really, till we play the Eagles. Honestly, I'm that confident. That's just the bottom line. The Broncos have a formula to actually win like double digits, and there's nothing people can really do about that. And when I go into this, what up, Nutty Raider? What's cracking with it, Brody? My salute. My salute to all the writers out there. We in football mode, bro. So check this out, though. I look at this, homie, and this is honest truth, right? This is the honest truth, and this is the funny part about every hater, right? Every hater like this. Russell Wilson, right? Russell Wilson comes to the squad, right? And the haters are on this fool, and he just sends us into a roller coaster, right? Boom. He leaves the franchise with money. We owe this dude money. We're doing all this rebuild with no money, no players, no names, right? And then Sean Payton lets go of players that were bad juju. And now when I say bad juju, I'm not saying they're bad players. I'm just saying in a culture of bad juju. So he had to get rid of players, and the fans, everybody was calling this fool, what are you doing? Are you too old? Are you outdated? That's what they were saying. Sean Payton in the back of his mind already knew he was building a foundation. So the draft comes, right? And you got to understand, we're doing this with owing Russell Wilson money. We don't have money to do anything. Russell Wilson done cleaned us out, bro. We're backed against the wall. Sean Payton goes into the draft, homie, and he has his mindset on getting Bo Nix. And everybody called Sean Payton delusional. In his mind, he's thinking to himself, I know more than you dudes, bro. Like, who are you guys? Why are you saying this? I know what it takes to build a foundation. So he grabs him. People say it's a reach. There was actual people saying it was a reach. He was a second rounder and a third rounder. And Sean Payton just says, hey, this is what we do. This is what I do. I'm the winner, homie. I don't care about what you fools are talking about. And he reached, right? That's what they say. He gets Bo Nix, and he's so comfortable with Bo Nix, he turns Bo Nix into a phenomenal player and develops him. And in the first year, he got a Bo Nix-led team that owes Russell Wilson all this money with no superstars, no wide receivers, and he somehow makes everybody eat their words, right? Everybody's just so mad at the Broncos took the Bengals spot playoffs, but this is all Sean Payton's plan. Get your foundational quarterback, your generational quarterback, and build around this dude. And look what happens, right? We lose to the Buffalo Bills. That was not supposed to be won by the Broncos. Broncos weren't even supposed to be there, homie. But we did enough to take a playoff, Joe Burrow's team playoff spot. And now we're going into the next season, and Sean Payton has this team so on fire. Players are trying to come over here now. There's players that are trying to come to the Broncos, bro. Like literally, like they chose the Broncos over the Chargers because they know that this is starting to be a foundation that is a winning aspect. There's a winning culture. People believe. These players are so amped up to get in training camp. Our Bronco players are so amped up to getting training camp. They want to be in training camp. I was listening to some shit on the radio about players that were like, man, training camp's coming up. These players, they got contract talks, and they're like, we're worried about football because we actually feel like winning's about to be a big thing in Colorado, in Broncos country. As a Steeler fan, if I had to pick a defense to go against this year, the Bucs State would be my last choice. Yeah, I mean, any logical fan out there, definitely, man. Any logical fan, definitely, because Broncos defense is going to be one of them defense. This is what's going to take place with this defense, Shy. You got a smothering front, right, with the defensive line, right? And you don't just have, Zach Allens and Coopers and Bonitos and Myers, bro. You have depth all across the board. Like, you can rotate players. You can rotational players because we got some rookies that are machines, right? And this is how the Broncos actually won their Super Bowl 50 is that they had rotational players, Shane Rays, Shaquille Barrett's, and Von Millers and DeMarcus Wares, right? They rotated their players, kept them real nice and energized during things. Broncos formula is back to that. And already they in a rebuild, they already got one of the best defense is in the game in a rebuild, bro. That's the crazy part. Sean Payton knew, I don't care if it's a rebuild and we owe this dude money. Let's build from the trenches. And we don't have to have household names and players. If they can produce, we're going to keep them. All these fools can hate on us from the outside, but we're going to keep Marvin Mims. We're not just going to throw them away because they have some bad games. We're going to keep these dudes, and we're going to build a foundation around this Broncos team, and that's how you get to winning, bro. You really build a foundation, homie. You build a foundation. It's a process, a beautiful process. In front of our eyes, it's taking place, and there's not really too many people could do about it, So, yeah, it's a good feel, bro. Going into this training camp, like this is the first time for a long time, bro. I'm kind of just real stoked about the football season. I'm ready to see these boys put in work, but I like the process leading up to this football season, man. I do. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. When they start putting on these pads.
You got football, and August 9th. We got about a couple more weeks to go.
Offensive and defensive line determines victories and defeats every time. I'm telling you. So when we think about it like that, bro, the Broncos have one of the best offensive lines in the game, homie. You got this blocking for Bo Nix that I don't care about a sophomore slump, bro. He had so much college history and a lot of time to develop. He was already developed in the college aspect. So sophomore slump's not even a question. Like, we don't even think about that. And the bad part about it is, bro, is when you hear a player and you hear players around a player that says this is not hard for him. Like, he came in here just loving ball, bro. Like, that's a scary thought for defenses that are going to have to go against this dude because he's already matured before his time. Let's ask Shy if he has played college 26. Have you played college 26, bro?
Oh, you said that. I don't really play a lot of college football.
Hey, I need to jump on that. I want to check that out for sure. I want to check out that college game because everybody says it's better than Madden.
No.
He's going to be a beast. I'm not going to lie. He's going to be a beast. But Dobbins is going to make the Chargers – it's going to backfire in the Chargers' face because Dobbins going in back of this offensive line, and he has a chip on his shoulder. And you seen what he said. See, this is how we know the franchises is different too. He got to Denver and he said, bro, I'm about winning championships, man. And he knew he couldn't win a championship with them Charger boys. So he came to a franchise like when you walk in the headquarters of Broncos country, you see them trophies, man. Sometimes and you see them rings. You don't get to see that shit with the Chargers. Like they got participation ribbons. That's all they have. Participation ribbons. They don't have the trophy case. So when you walk in that almighty Broncos country in the Mile High and you go into the training, you see championship memorabilia. You know what I'm saying? You see them trophy cases, and it's contagious. Winning's contagious. So a player coming from like a franchise that don't really have anything and then go into that, it's like, damn, bro, like this is a real team. This is the real culture right here. He's gonna be good though. I wish we would have got him, but I want to see what's gonna go with this two-headed monster that we're developing, bro. RJ Harvey and Dobbins, bro. That's a nice running back duel, bro. Like
RJ
you got
Harvey, man. They said he got some big, huge. They say he got some big, huge thighs on his plate because he's like a
he's a monster. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? And that's another thing is too. The only reason why they didn't talk about RJ Harvey like they did Genty and Hamilton and all them, bro, is because the college he went to. That's the only reason. But he actually had more yardage in certain situations, bro. Like he was actually a phenomenal back. Yeah, and that right there, a headhunter. A headhunter. You know, that's what I'm saying. You need some nasty players on that defense side of the ball, people that headhunt. And I'm talking about bringing that nasty play, just boom, cracking fools, bro. Like that's them players, man. Thank you to the Niners, bro. They actually souped up our defense, bro.
Yeah, thank you to the 49ers.
You know, the secondary stout, bro. The defensive line stout, the linebacker situation stout. Like you can't throw on this defense. I don't care who you are.
Go ahead.
One thing I'm gonna say like this, and this is the truth. You think playing Patrick Surtain is hard enough, right? You put another cornerback on the other side of the ball that plays exactly aggressive like that dude, and he has the ability. I'm talking about they're already raving about this dude. You have two lockdown corners, bro, and then you have a secondary in the safeties with Brandon Jones and Fongatonga. That's all around secondary. You can't score on that. How you going to score on that? And the defensive line bringing pressure, because we seen it last year, most sacks in the league, bro. Like it's gonna be so hard to do anything on this Broncos defense. One reason why, okay, and people bring this up, why we got blown out, right, in some games, right? First and foremost, we got blown out by the Chargers because our best player in defense was off the field. So when he went off the field against the Chargers, they literally went to his side and just picked on the players that really didn't have nothing to offer, right? But when Patrick Surtain's in there, you can't just go to his side like that. And Riley Moss got hurt, right? Let's not act like it was just a domination. So there was key factors in both of them game plans because our defense is circled around Patrick Surtain. So when he's not on the field, that whole side of the right or wherever he's playing, now they can play off that and go at that whoever's covering. But when he's on the field, he eliminates one side of the field. Now you have a cornerback out of Texas that does the same thing on this side of the field, right? So you have two cornerbacks that play exactly the same. You could put Riley Moss in the nickel. How are you going to throw on that when you got safeties play all across the board, and then you have one of the better linebackers? If he's healthy, he's covering tight ends. That was another thing that killed us. No tight end coverage, bro. We couldn't cover tight ends. But Greenlaw, he's known to be physical on tight ends and eliminate tight ends. So now you have that. You have a defensive front that's just ridiculous with pressure. Like, I don't see how teams are even going to actually be able to score on this defense. So now, go ahead.
I'm going to say that last one. Oh, yeah. You know what? Like, now, you know now with Kansas City, I'm still debating how they're gonna do because I keep saying they're gonna take a step back with their offensive line because they lost
I mean,
all.
what did they do and what did they do to make their South better? That makes
Nothing.
everybody just what did they do? Because their biggest thing was offensive line, homie,
They
and
didn't do nothing in the draft.
and what did and they let one of their best offensive line players go, and then they
Yes.
signed another dude with all this money. So it's like you think about that, like the Chiefs. They took a step dramatically back, bro. Like, don't, and they're saying that Travis Kelce's not, he looking old already, bro. He needed to just retire.
Good.
They got a hangover, a Super Bowl hangover,
Yeah.
and they're just not there. The reason why, let's be real, the reason why the Chiefs had a dominating fashion in this division, because there was not, let's be real, they had the best coach with coaches in the division that nobody respected. They were beating in this division Hackett's and Vance Josephs and freaking Josh McDaniels, and you know what I'm saying? Like who the hell is Stanley, bro? Like this is who Andy Reid had to go against. But now you have four capable coaches. It's not gonna be a walk like that anymore. Like people are crazy, homie. You got more talent coming in this division. You got better quarterbacks coming in this division. The rain can be knocked off. And the way that the Eagles beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, the Broncos have that same formula.
I think I got a question. I think that's Joseph watched the Super Bowl, but what Vic did, because I'm not being mean to I'm not being mean to Vic Fangio, but look at how that Joseph did. He didn't blitz them. He put pressure on Patrick Mahomes. Vic Fangio, that Joseph need to learn on that is don't be blitzing. He's gonna be blitzing. They're gonna be taking off. The problem is about his defense coordinator. His defense is put some pressure. Don't blitz. Pressure. Don't blitz.
No, check this out. The Chiefs didn't even have the 49. I mean, the Eagles didn't blitz the whole game. The Eagles didn't blitz the whole game. That's how bad the offensive line is with the Chiefs. They sent a four-man rush, homie, and was devouring Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes didn't have no time to think about what he was doing, and they didn't do anything to solidify that. And when you look at this defense, the pressures, when you look at the defense, when you look at this division, the teams in the division have crazy pass rushes, bro. The Broncos just built a pass rush that's going to be phenomenal. You give the same treatment as the Eagles to the Chiefs, and we see it. Patrick Mahomes, we've seen it. He broke like a little deer in the headlights, a little doe. He was in that Super Bowl looking like a little doe, bro, getting hunted from some animals, and he didn't know what to do. And he you know what's crazy? Because you look at Discovery Channel, you look at the huntings, and they eat them things slow. And that's what the Eagles did. They ate that dude slow, and he didn't know how to fathom. And the beautiful thing on that dude's face, he wanted to cry. Travis wanted to cry. And it was such a good feel to see these dudes want to cry because they don't know how to take losing. They don't know how to take losing. And now it's just one thing. This defense with the Broncos and even the Chargers, I'll give the Chargers some love on that. They have a defense that can get out after this dude. And don't tell me you always say this and all this. Now, the difference is, bro, you didn't do anything to help yourself. You can't sustain success with the same formula that got you smashed on, bro. And you have defenses in this division, AFC West, all across the board that can do exactly what the Eagles did, bro. And I'm sorry to say this, homie, is with the Broncos, they bring in so much depth off of drafts and different things, bro. This is going to be a thing that rotates for years. For years. You got distractions with the Chiefs too, bro. They got a lot of things going on over there, right? Distractions. They're a Super Bowl loser right now. They went from back-to-back Super Bowl champions to being the biggest loser. This is like, put that in perspective. Back-to-back Super Bowl champions to being the biggest loser of the NFL. Right now, they're saying as the biggest loser because they got blown out. And it wasn't even a freaking game.
They got slaughtered.
They got slaughtered. Like it was a slaughterment. So now they're the biggest loser, and they gotta come back from that, bro. They gotta think to themselves, what did we do in that Super Bowl? Nothing. We got massacred, and they got to think about that over and over and over. And they got to understand right now they're the biggest loser of the NFL because you're only as good as your last game. In the last game, they got bullied by a real squad. What up, Ready Red? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a little bit of love, definitely Wi-Fi, but I just can't do it. We have to queef bash over here too, because right now we're kicking them while they're down, my homie.
Yep.
We're in their division. We're stomping on their graves. We're letting them know, homie, like what you did out there, you laid an egg in the Super Bowl and you got massacred, and we don't respect that. Like I don't respect that as a Bronco fan. You getting massacred and stomped out like that. Well, now that's all I see. I see blood. I taste blood. And now it's time to hunt these dudes. And I feel like the Broncos have the formula to actually do the same exact thing. Because if not, bro, if you look at the sack total last year, Broncos country was top tier with sacks.
Probably like a number one.
Ooh.
And then we got this is what I feel bad for Patrick Mahomes, because I'm gonna tell you. He could run, he could throw. I'm gonna tell you. Do you think I didn't know about, and then when I was watching the draft, I didn't know we gonna get Joe Bailey. I didn't know about this kid. I was like, what? And you know what? Like, that's what we knew. We need another defensive back now. You got PS2 on this side. And you got Jade Bailey on this side. Then you got Riley Moss right here. Then you got Hufanga in the safety. Now you bring in Drake Leon in the middle. Now he'll come Nick Bodito. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching this stuff about saying they're saying Broncos could be really scary this year because what we just added and what we did in the draft, and they'll say Broncos could win, they said Broncos could win probably 14-3. They could probably win 14 games this year.
Well, when you look at the schedule, I mean, it's not far-fetched to think that.
The only games we will lose, I think, the games I see we will lose is by Washington and the Eagles. That's the only thing.
And that's not a guarantee you even lose to Washington. It's not a guarantee you lose to Washington. That's not a guarantee you lose to Washington because he's coming in as a sophomore too. Jaden Daniels, he's coming in as a sophomore. And who has more heart? Is it Bo Nix that had to fight for his right, or is it Jaden Daniels that went into a perfect system for him to be successful? See, that's the difference. That's the difference. Bo Nix came into that having his back against the wall. He had to build this. Jaden Daniels already had a squad around him. So Bo Nix is more battle prone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say. Bo Nix is more battle prone. Everything that he had to endure, all the hate, and he's still getting hate from a lot of people. He had to go out there and battle for his respect. People counted that dude out, bro. Even Bronco fans. There was Bronco fans that counted him out. I try to tell everybody, sit your ass down and relax because Sean Payton knows more than all of us. And what did Bo Nix do, man? He went out there and earned his respect. He made everybody respect him. You had to respect that dude.
Now I think we're going Bo Nix in the second year because now he's getting the ball quick out of his hand. He's looking more faster right now because they'll say Bo Nix just had to peek in a deep bomb to to call something. What on the money because something caught it. Well, and this is why I like Bo Nix because you know what? He's not no Russell Wilson. He's not gonna stay in the pocket. And if he sees the pressure coming, he's gonna take off. And I'm gonna tell people. I said, no, people are gonna try. People are gonna try. They're gonna try game plan him from different teams. They gonna watch tapes on him, see how he plays. But look, he already know he's been in the system. And I've been talking to one of my buddies. He is a big Tennessee fan. He loves Tennessee. I said he told me, well, get ready. Get ready with Tennessee.
So like this is the games, bro. This is honest. This is the honest truth how I see this playing out. Let's go over this. So Tennessee Titans, that's our first game, right? And I just don't see the Tennessee Titans coming in where we're actually statistically good at home and home openers, right? And we like if you check the record of home openers, bro, we like literally just literally devour home openers, bro. Like we are one of them teams that we technically win a lot of home openers. I don't see the Tennessee Titans coming into the Broncos stadium, bro, and winning. No. So I take Broncos in that. And then the Colts, they're having that's like major aspect with their quarterback play. I see starting this off, bro. You want to get at the Chargers. I don't see the Bengals winning. So that's like I said, the first game we have, bro, that we're gonna lose is the Eagles.
The Eagles,
and then you have the Jets, you have Giants. We got them wins. Cowboys, like what the homie said, Cowboys going to be a good one. But then again, bro, like we have the Cowboys number for so long. It's like it doesn't matter how good their team are. They haven't won us since the 90s with good teams. So I say I think we gonna bash out the Cowboys too. And then you got the Texans. They might give us a run. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs, Commanders. I mean, Broncos have a good shot. A good shot. Double digits. Records. Our own division gonna be glad front office made moves that are perfect to beat. Yeah, that was the smart moves, bro. You needed big boys in there to make some moves because it wasn't working for so long, man. And it was ridiculous how it was going, homie. And we finally, see, that's what I'm saying. So, like, when I look at that Cowboy game, they have a good aspect going over there, but they got a lot of distractions too.
And you got Javante Williams over there? Oh, no.
And we play here. We play home. So that's another you gotta put that into perspective too, bro. We're playing home. I don't see the Cowboys coming out here winning that game.
The sound's too loud.
So worst case scenario, we split with all the division. I see worst case scenario. This is worst case, right? We split with the division. We lose to the Commanders. We lose to Eagles. And that's it, bro. What, like 5 games? Maybe 5 games.
I say
5 games. We lose 5 games this season. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we beat the Tennessee Titans, the Colts, the Chargers, the Bengals, lose to the Eagles, win the Jets, win the Giants, win the Cowgirls, lose to Texans, win the Raiders. So, like, what, best case scenario, lose 3 games?
Well,
worst case scenario, 5. Best case scenario, win 3. I mean, lose 3.
Well, Eagles, Eagles gonna still got a problem because they still got that good team from last year. They got that one game. I think we're gonna have a problem against the Eagles. And we play in Philly.
Eagles right now. They got an aspect going. They like one of the best. They're gonna
try when they're back again.
He said we're sweeping the Raiders. That's what the homie said.
We sweeping the Raiders.
Sweeping the Raiders, huh?
Of course, motherfucker. We beat the Raiders. What else do you think? I say we beating. I I said if he could beat Kansas City twice, beat them the first game at home, and on Christmas beat them
Oh yeah, we do got the Christmas game. We do got the Christmas game.
Beat them for a Christmas present.
Yeah, the whole division is going to be competition, definitely.
The Raiders, I'm not worried about the Raiders. The QB, I don't like Geno Smith.
Yeah, I seen that too, bro. They letting key players walk too. I mean, this is the thing is, bro. I think the Raiders here in the near future can be competitive. I just when I look at the Raiders aspect, bro, and I look at it, it's like they technically just have a bad culture. So it doesn't really matter what they really put out there. Pete Carroll is going to have to turn that whole culture around. And I just don't believe in Geno Smith to do it. They should have went and got actual quarterback in the draft.
Geno Smith is garbage.
Build new blood over there with the Raiders because I don't see Geno Smith turning the culture around. We know as Bronco fans, like you have to turn the culture around before anything, bro. Like that's where it comes. It's the culture. It's not about getting talent and all that shit. It's about the mindset. It's about how you conduct yourself. It's about how you put the best position groups. It's about how you get the coaching staff. It's about how you get the conditioning staff. Like you need all this to have a good winning culture, and that's kind of what you have to do. Now, I don't know, Pete Carroll, can they turn it around? I don't think with Geno Smith because Geno Smith to me is just not one of them players that you look at and he's gonna just do something tremendous for your franchise. So this year they're gonna have struggling pains. They're probably the worst in the AFC West right now. The Raiders, they're in the worst position.
They go stay on the bottom because now you got Bo Nix in the picture just sweeping these Raiders for the next 15, 20 years, whatever how long. And you know what? Now with this defense we just added in the offseason and the draft, it's like you know what? I was talking to one of my buddies, and they said this is the greatest feeling we have because now it's like going in the we don't have to go in the draft. We don't have to go in free agency getting a day quarterback. Now we just got one. They just never led Bo Nix to the Broncos because I'm telling you, they said he could beat Peyton Manning's record.
Nah, I mean, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do, man. We have to just ride this out and not get ahead of ourselves and just know what we have.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get ahead.
What we have in this team is a foundation that can bring us some good Bronco football. We have a foundation, bro. We have a foundation of young players. And you don't need a star, bro. Like people get misconstrued. You don't need a star, bro. All you need is players to contribute. On the offense side of the ball, you don't need a star. You have depth across the board with wide receivers. And even though you might not know their names, but there was glimpses of these wide receivers being able to produce. So when you look at it, bro, you have depth across the board with wide receivers. And you just have to hit on a couple. You already got Evan Ingram that's going to be phenomenal, bro. He's already showing why you go out there and get him in free agency.
He's going to be a beast for us, man. He's going to be a down-fed machine for us because he's big. He's big. And I'm going to tell you, people go, and they say about that other time that we just got, Caleb Lono, and they said he's really showing up. He's really showing up the coaches what he could do. You got a tight end, a basketball tight end 6'7". Who's gonna cover that tall tight
Well,
end.
that's what see, and they can build a game plan around him in the red zone. He can be a red zone
He
threat.
is a must tackle. He's a beat. He's so
I mean,
tall.
what I mean when you think about it, like that's why I mean, whatever Sean Payton's seeding this dude, and I already could see something because if I was the coach, I would use his size to just box out in the red zone. Like you don't really even have to utilize him all the time on the field. You can actually just utilize this dude, and you can actually just act like he's a basketball player in the red zone. And all he has to do is just go like this because he towers over. That's
gonna be
other players.
That's gonna be awful. People try to cover him.
He said everybody in the division is going to sweep the Raiders. I mean, that's how high a lot of
He said
people
the
are. I mean,
Chargers.
no, I think really, to be truthful with no bias, I think the Chargers is probably going to shellac the Raiders this year.
I cannot wait.
But I say like this, bro, like they, with that aspect, bro, they have to go get a quarterback. They got some talent. I mean, they got one of the better running backs in the draft, and they just need talent over there. Like they're going to let their tight end talent go to waste because Geno Smith is not just going to be that guy, bro. He's not going to be that guy. So
I can get you closer football season and the recap not too long, not too far. Getting excited. I'm getting excited I put my jerseys back on. You know what? It's time to speak these Raiders. Time to speak these Raiders again.
You already know, man. Well, I just wanted to come say what's up. I'm about to actually go eat a little bit of dinner, bro. Good, a lot of good stuff coming out of training camp, man. These boys are set to actually compete, and it's gonna be a fun run, bro. We got preseason football August 9th, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what it is, bro. I hope everybody's blessed on this Friday. You guys have a good Friday. Mile high salute to everybody.
The Broncos.
Yeah, you know what it is. All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you.
All
right, brother. Yep.